Hey, how's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the win here, and in today's Grand Theft Auto 5 video, I'm going to be having a discussion with you guys. Are shark cards and microtransactions bad for Grand Theft Auto Online? Or in reality, are they actually good? We're going to be discussing both sides of the coin, what I'd like to see going forward for not only GTA 5, but future Rockstar games as well. So let's jump straight into it. The reason I'm bringing this subject up is because there was a post on the Grand Theft Auto 5 Reddit. I'll leave a link to it in the description. And it was of this image right here. And it was a timeline of years and Rockstar released games. You can see in 2008, it was Midnight Club LA and GTA 4. That was a big year. 2009, it was Beaterator, and then you had GTA Chinatown Wars. 2010, Red Dead Redemption. 2011, LA Noire. In 2012, you had Max Payne 3. And then in 2013, you had Grand Theft Auto 5. And then for the rest of the years, the user, whoever created this image, 2014, nothing. 2015, nothing. 2016, nothing, and 2017, nothing with a question mark. And the title of the post was "Microtransactions Are a Disease," inferring that because GTA 5 was the first game to implore microtransaction in its online multiplayer, it's caused Rockstar to decrease the amount of games they produce. Thus, that's why we don't have anything in 2014, 15, 16, and as of right now, 2017. However, I don't think that this chart is accurate. I think that in 2014, it should have Grand Theft Auto 5 as well, because that's when the next generation version of the game came out. 2015 should also have GTA 5 because we had the PC version. 2016, I will agree with you, there is nothing. And then in 2017, there's always the chance that we get Red Dead Redemption 2. That is, of course, if everything remains on schedule. So that kind of brings us back to our original question. Are shark cards and microtransactions not only bad for Grand Theft Auto, but bad for Rockstar as well? If you're a fan of the other games they produce, like Red Dead, LA Noire, whether it's something like Max Payne or even Bully, is it bad news for that? Well, before we jump into this, we need to look at what Rockstar has gone on record and formally said about shark cards. So I believe they answered this in like a Q&A they did. So this was the question. It was, what is the point of shark cards apart from to make you greedy bastards lots of money? And that came from a question Tim. Now, this is Rockstar's answer. They said the reason we include optional in-game currency in Grand Theft Auto Online rather than directly selling DLC was because it was the only way that we could distribute DLC without dividing the player base each time we brought out a new content pack, which would destroy the online community very quickly by splitting players up. Thanks to shark cards, we have been able to give away every piece of DLC so far for free in order to keep the community whole and give people options as to whether they want to earn new content by playing the game, buy new content with shark cards, or simply don't get new content and still keep playing the game. And I think that is a perfect answer right there, because it sums up everything that shark cards are about. Now, they're not perfect, and we'll touch on those examples in a little bit, but the biggest key word here is optional. Shark cards are not a thing that Rockstar forced down your throat. There's not items in the game that can only be bought with shark cards. There's not things that are so ridiculously expensive, like $50 million, that a shark card would be the only feasible method. I know there's some expensive items like yachts and some various supercars and, you know, vehicles that are painted gold, but for the most part, everything can be bought if you do end up playing the game. And the thing they said about dividing and splitting up the online community very quickly is absolutely true. When you tried to play GTA 4's multiplayer, depending on what game you were playing, like the main campaign or the Ballad of Gay Tony or the Lost and the Damned, it would split you up into different online modes, which could be really tricky trying to play with crew members and friends. So I totally get that. So I actually support Rockstar's notion because I think a lot of people would have stopped playing Grand Theft Auto Online if they had to fork out real-world money every time there was a DLC. So instead of a DLC update being free, let's just say everyone, you know, costed $5. That might divide the community that much more. And with so many updates that Rockstar have done, it would be so confusing. What if you had Ill-Gotten Gains 1 and 2, but you didn't have Finance and Felony? What if you had Cunning Stunts, but you didn't have Grand Theft Auto Online Bikers? That would be so confusing to split up the community, and that's exactly why I think they're doing this. Now, my problem is not shark cards, but the ratio of real life money to Grand Theft Auto money. I think it's like $100 for 8 million bucks when that can barely get you a yacht. So you're telling me that a giant boat is worth $100, yet the core game is worth $60. To me, that's where the math seems to go a little bit south there. I wish that the shark cards gave you much more Grand Theft Auto money, at least double or triple in my opinion. Now, Rockstar have been doing a little bit better recently, not only by giving us shark card bonuses like getting 50% more money, but recently they've also been giving back a ton of money, like this recent tax bonus and the random amounts of $250,000 and $500,000 that they're giving us. So yeah, they are doing a little bit better, but as it stands right now, the shark card value, in my opinion, is really, really bad. However, that ratio really only applies to you if you are spending money on shark cards. If you're not, then the ratio doesn't even matter at all. So that point right there really only applies to you if you are indeed buying the shark cards. And maybe it's not the ratio of real life money to shark card money, but maybe it's just how expensive things are in Grand Theft Auto Online. Like I was referring, the top of the line yacht, $10 million, lots of the supercars, multi-million dollars, the CEO offices and all the upgrades and garages and warehouses you need for them, multi-millions of dollars right there. So maybe that's something too. It's not the value of the money you're getting per shark card, but rather how expensive everything is in the game. Now, one side that a lot of people are going to argue for is that they'd rather pay for DLCs like they did in GTA 4 if it meant getting the amount of content that they got in those updates. So if you've never played the Grand Theft Auto 4 DLCs, it was basically like an entirely new campaign. New characters, new cutscenes, new guns, new clothing, new weapons, new scenarios, new things to do. Basically, they were way more in depth than the online updates we get now, which for the most part consists of some new missions, vehicles, clothing, guns, and adversary modes. So the updates in GTA 4, even though they cost $20 or however much they were, they really added so much content into the game. And that's what a lot of people are arguing. They'd rather pay for really good updates like what we saw in GTA 4 rather than get these small updates that we're consistently getting in online, which themes might not necessarily appeal to you. Now let's go back to our original image, the one that was referring to the fact that there hasn't been a new Rockstar game since 2013. I also think it isn't 100% accurate that microtransactions are the only reason that Rockstar haven't put out a new game. If you think that, you don't know a whole lot about what goes into game design. We've heard from Rockstar that not only do they take extreme time on their games, but it takes extreme manpower as well. And if Red Dead Redemption 2 is the game we all think it's going to be, it's no surprise that it didn't come out a year after GTA 5. There's been rumors that they've been working on this game since 2011, which up to now would be around 6 years, which is pretty crazy. So I don't think that is the sole reason. I do think it is part of the reason, though. I think that the success of Grand Theft Auto Online has put delays on other Rockstar games and even the next Grand Theft Auto game. In fact, I don't think we're going to be seeing that probably till sometime in 2019, maybe even 2020, 2021. Because if the rumors are true, obviously we have Red Dead Redemption 2 next, Bully 2 is rumored after that, and then that would possibly leave GTA 6 or whatever it's going to be called after that. Now, let's talk about other Rockstar games. How do you think Rockstar is going to do online modes in their other games as far as microtransactions go? Do you think there's going to be some form of shark card in Red Dead Redemption 2, like a horse card or a stable card or something like that? I really have no idea. I mean, the success that Rockstar had with it in Grand Theft Auto 5 certainly can't be understated, and for that reason, I think that what we're seeing right now in Grand Theft Auto Online is just the tip of the iceberg of microtransactions that are going to be going forward in Rockstar's online modes. They saw it work in GTA 5. Why would it not work in other games? But let's wrap this up by kind of circling back to the original question that I asked. Are microtransactions and shark cards bad? For the game, I don't think so. It's brought numerous free updates to Grand Theft Auto Online. So many of them I have enjoyed. Lots of others have brought really cool content. And at the end of the day, it's optional. Now, whether you think Rockstar is putting these updates in place instead of like paid single-player DLCs is a good idea versus a bad idea, that's a completely separate topic. However, I do think they're bad for the timeline that Rockstar has laid out, where we haven't gotten a new Rockstar game in a long time, and now it's seemingly pushed back their other titles like Bully 2, Red Dead Redemption 2, to even longer dates. So I'd love to hear from you guys in the comments section down below. I know this is going to be a very discussion-heavy video, so try to keep it friendly and clean, but also try and get your point across as well. Do you think shark cards and microtransactions are bad for Grand Theft Auto Online and Rockstar games in general? I want to hear you guys explain your reasonings. Let me know why you think it is or isn't in the comments section down below. If you guys did go and enjoy this discussion video, though, a like rating would of course be awesome. And also subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new or you like daily GTA 5 videos like this. With all the way, guys, like I said, thanks so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.